China calls for de-escalation in Israel-Iran conflict. Wang Yi offers mediation role. Strong condemnation of Israeli strikes. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi strongly condemned Israel's recent military strikes on Iran, describing them as a grave violation of the United Nations Charter, international law, and Iranian sovereignty. In his official remarks following conversations with both Israeli and Iranian counterparts, Wang labeled the use of force as unacceptable, particularly as it risks derailing ongoing diplomatic efforts to resolve the Iranian nuclear issue. He warned that military escalation of this nature threatens to destabilize not only the Middle East but the broader international order. Speaking directly to Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Saar, Wang emphasized that Israel's attacks, carried out amid heightened tensions and fragile nuclear negotiations, represent a particularly dangerous precedent. He urged Israel to act with restraint, respect the sovereignty of other nations, and honor its obligations under international law. China calls for calm and return to diplomacy, reinforcing Beijing's long-standing policy of non-intervention and peaceful resolution. Wang Yi called for immediate de-escalation from all parties involved. He reiterated that diplomacy remains the only viable path forward and stressed that the international community must not abandon negotiations concerning Iran's nuclear program. The top Chinese diplomat warned that continuing along a path of confrontation could plunge the region into prolonged instability and suffering. China sees both Iran and Israel as pivotal actors in Middle Eastern geopolitics. In Wang's view, preserving regional peace requires open dialogue, mutual respect, and multilateral diplomacy, not retaliatory violence. He expressed hope that both Tehran and Tel Aviv would exercise prudence and avoid actions that might provoke further confrontation. Beijing offers to mediate the conflict. In an assertive move, Wang Yi confirmed that China stands ready to play a constructive role in facilitating talks between the two adversaries. He noted that Beijing has maintained contact with both capitals and is willing to assist in mediating a return to stability through diplomatic means. This offer reinforces China's growing ambition to position itself as a responsible great power capable of arbitrating international disputes. Wang's statement was part of a broader Chinese diplomatic campaign to assert its influence in the Middle East, often presenting itself as a more neutral and law-bound alternative to Western powers. Beijing's willingness to engage both parties simultaneously while avoiding overt alignment has earned it a unique position as a potential broker for peace. Firm support for Iranian sovereignty. During his call with Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi, Wang Yi assured Tehran of China's support for its national sovereignty and legitimate rights. He also conveyed China's concern for the safety and security of Iranian civilians, particularly following Israeli airstrikes on Tehran's infrastructure. China's endorsement of Iran's position is consistent with its broader strategic and economic ties to the Islamic Republic, including cooperation in the energy sector and Belt and Road Initiative investments. Despite this alignment, Wang stopped short of endorsing retaliatory measures by Iran. Instead, he urged the Iranian leadership to show strategic restraint and not allow regional tensions to spiral into a full-blown war. China's balanced posture in a volatile region. Beijing's response to the Israel-Iran conflict underscores its diplomatic balancing act, defending sovereignty and multilateralism while avoiding direct confrontation with any major regional power. Wang Yi's statements reflect a desire to de-escalate tensions while simultaneously asserting China's authority on the global stage as a peace broker. The offer to mediate, combined with a principled critique of Israeli actions, suggests Beijing is seeking to capitalize on growing disillusionment with Western-led interventionism. Wang Yi's diplomatic outreach illustrates how China is carefully shaping its Middle East posture, supportive of international norms, critical of military aggression, and proactive in diplomacy, all while advancing its strategic interests in the region. A heartfelt light. To every soul whose hand did give, you've helped me dream, helped me live. In darkest hours your light came through, with hearts so kind, so pure, so true. Your gifts, like stars in deepest night, have steered me gently toward the light. Each coin, each word, each silent prayer, a thread of hope so rich, so rare. My eyes once dimmed now seek the skies, and slowly clearer visions rise. Because of you, I dare to see the world again, its grace, its plea. Your compassion's flame will not just stay with me alone. It lights the way for others wandering through despair to feel the warmth of selfless care. You've shown what love in action means, in quiet ways through giving scenes. You've built a bridge from soul to soul and made the broken feel more whole. So let this thanks rise like a song, a melody both soft and strong. May your example gently call more hearts to rise to give. To fall into the joy of lifting pain, of planting hope where none remains. Your kindness walks beside me still, a light, a love, a living will.
Subscribe button to show your support.